Hi folks, Sharad here once again, and as to continue our theory lessons, today we have a topic called circle of fifths. It's also known as cycle of fifths. Some people would like to call this circle of fourths or cycle of fourths, but anyway, different names. The concept is same. This is very useful concept, and this helps quite a lot to understand different aspects or topics of music theory. For example, key signature. It's really helps to understand key signature stuffs. Plus, it also has like a practical uses in practical situations. For example, like you are playing a song in certain key. For example, let's say C, and all of a sudden the singer wants to change the key, and he or she wants to sing the song in, let's say, in G. Then, as a musician, as a guitar player or piano player or whatever you're playing, uh, you have to transpose all the chords. And if you have circle of fifths clear in your mind, it actually helps a lot to transpose the chords even on the spot, right? So once you have a clear picture of the circle of fifths, it helps in many ways. It makes our life much more easier. And plus, of course, you can make your practice routine based on the circle of fifths. So it has a lot of uses. I actually personally view this as if you have studied chemistry. In chemistry we have a thing called periodic table, right? And in periodic table, different elements are put in a group based on their characters. And if you studied one element from the group, you have basically idea of the whole group. So it's kind of same. I mean, at least I would like to think like that. Circle of fifths. If you know the circle, what comes after when, the arrangements, the order, then it really, like I said, it makes our life much more easier, theory wise and practical wise as well. So okay, let's get started and let's see what the circle would look like. Okay, so here we are with the circle. This might not be the best circle of the world, but bear with me with the circle of mine. But anyway, circle is here, and let's put our stuff there. Let's divide half and half from there to here. Because we have 12 notes, we have to put all the 12 notes here. So let's do like this. So let's start with the C. Let's put our C here first. 12 o'clock. C. Our C is there. So because this is a circle of fifths, it's built on the fifth, right? So what is the fifth of C? Fifth of C would be G. If you don't know still yet about what I'm talking, like fifth or fourths or whatever, if you don't know, then I did another previously I did one video on how to make a major scale, and at the end I talk about these technical terms like fourth, fifth, thirds, and stuffs like that. If you are not familiar with the fifth, fourth, what I'm talking, then please go back and check that video and come back here again. Then you would understand, or what I'm talking, that would make sense. But if you don't understand like what is fifth and this and that, then what I'm talking now, that wouldn't make any sense to you. So better have some basics, and then it will be easier to understand this. But anyway, if you know what I'm talking, like fifth of C would be G, so we put G there. Then again, what is the fifth of G? Because like I said, this is built on fifth, that's why it's called circle of fifth. So we have to put all the fifths around. Fifth of C would be G, fifth of G would be D, fifth of D would be A, right? And fifth of A would be E, fifth of E would be B, right? Fifth of B would be, we have now F sharp. F sharp, or we can call this G flat, right? G flat. And now we actually cover half of the circle, and now we encountered the flat stuffs or sharp stuffs. From now on, we would continue as flat, right? What I'm saying is like from F sharp or G flat. What is the fifth of G flat? Fifth of G flat would be C sharp or D flat, but we call it D flat or C sharp, right? Okay. Now fifth of D flat. Fifth of D flat would be A flat, or we can call it G sharp, right? So fifth of A flat would be again, here we need, that would be E flat. E flat we can call D sharp, right? And again, E flat, fifth of E flat would be B flat or A sharp, right? And again, fifth of B flat would be F. And fifth of F is, here we go, we have C here. So that's why it's built on fifth, that's why it's called fifth. So fifth of C, G, fifth of G is D, fifth of this, fifth, all fifth. And you can think like this half cycle, we talk about sharps, if we have sharps. Then we talk about sharps, no flats. And this half, we would talk about flats, you know. We don't say it sharp, but we flats has the priority here, sharps has the priority here. And at the beginning I said this is also known as cycle of fourth. Why? Because if you look, we went from clockwise direction, it's fifth, right? But if we go anti-clockwise direction, from here it becomes fourth. So fourth of C is F, you should know that. So fourth, F is the fourth of C. B flat is the fourth of F. Same here. E flat is the fourth of B flat, right? And fourth of E flat is A flat or G sharp, A flat in this case. So fourth of A flat is D flat. Fourth of D flat is F sharp, and so on, so on, so on. Fourth of G is C. So anti-clockwise direction, if you go, it becomes cycle of fourths. Clockwise direction, if you go clockwise direction, then it becomes cycle of fifth, right? Okay, so let's put center here. So that's how the circles are built, right? And we can also think of, this is a major key, right? We can also think for minor key. It helps to understand the key signature both in major and minor key. Now let's put some minor key. As we know, minor key, I don't know if you're familiar with the relative minor. If you don't know, then I will explain it in other video. But remember, relative minor would be, for example, in the case of C, the relative minor would be A minor, right? Because in major scale, A would be the 6th degree, right? This might sound a little bit complicated if you're pretty new, but anyway, look the video, the major scale, how to construct major scale, and there you will see A is a 6th of C, and that's our relative minor. Okay, take it easy. We slow it down, but so far just remember that relative minor of C is A minor, right? Which is like a 3 o'clock here. So now you can say it is like this, right? Now you have to find the relative minor of G. Then just move like this. Relative minor would be 3 o'clock, it's E minor, right? It was like this, 3 o'clock exactly. Just move it like this. It's now E. Same as D, we had E, B minor, right? A, again, that would be F sharp minor. E, again relative minor, would be C sharp minor or D flat minor. But in this side we give priority to sharps, that's why it's sharp. And B, we have G sharp minor or A flat minor, right? And F sharp, for F sharp, what would be? For F sharp, we have 3 o'clock. We have A flat minor here, which is this one, so that would be E flat, right? So F sharp, that would be E flat minor or D sharp minor, right? And then for D flat, it would be B flat minor or A sharp minor, right? And then for this one, A flat, that would be F minor. That would be F minor. And for E flat, that would be, again, it's C minor. B flat, it would be G minor. F, it would be D minor. So it's a minor key. And again, if you see, we have A minor, E minor, B minor, F sharp minor. It's also going, or it's also built up on the fifth. A, E minor, right? A minor, E minor, which is E minor is a fifth of A, B, fifth of E, F sharp, fifth of B, and so on. Okay, there we had our cycle of fifths with major and minor. Now I have removed the minor stuffs, only major stuffs. Now let's look how this circle, the idea of circle, helps us to understand key signature. Okay, key signature means how many sharps or flats any key has, and that's important to know. And let's see how this circle helps us to understand. If you remember, I said from clockwise direction it's sharps, and from anti-clockwise direction it's flats. So flats has the priority here, sharps has the priority there. And if you make a major scale of C, you would see that there is no sharps and flats. So it's 0 sharps and 0 flats, no sharps. And now if we go clockwise direction, G, in the case of G, which is one step, with a 1 o'clock, which is one step ahead, one step away from C, it will have one sharp because it's in the sharp side. So this is the benefit of circle. This makes our life easier to understand. It makes things simple. So it's the same way, D, which is 1, 2 steps away from C, it will have 2 sharps. A, the same way, which is 3 steps away, it will have 3 sharps. Same case, 4 sharps, 5 sharps, 6 sharps here. Now we're at the middle of the circle. Now it comes to the, now we are in the flats zone, or let's say flats area. Same way, 0 sharps or 0 flats. F, which is 1 step away from C, we have 1 flat. Same case to B flat, we have 2 flats, 3 flats, 4 flats, and 5 flats. And here we would have 6 sharps and 6 flats, right? Because it's half. If you consider this as F sharp, then you would say it has 6 sharps. If you consider this as a G flat, you would say that it has 6 flats. Okay, but just to let you know. You can also think of this as sharps here. Then the number would just go up. But let's not go to that side, otherwise it will be complicated. As for now, let's just think that half side is sharps and half side, left hand side, is flat. So flats priority, sharps priority. Now we know how many. Now we know the numbers that how many sharps or flats any key has. Now we have to know what are those. What are those sharps and flats, right? So for that, let's do like this. For that, you have to remember a bunch of alphabets. Like for example, for flat side we have B, E, A, B, G, then C, F, right? B, E, A, D, G, C, F. And to the sharp side, we have this one. Right? B, E, A, D, G, C, F, F, C, G, D, A, E, B, which is kind of opposite, you know, other way around. B starts from B to ends F, starts from F, which is just the other way around. And if you've noticed, it's also the same way. Like for example, sharp sides, F, C, G, D, F, C, G, D. It's going from here to the B, half circle from here, right? Same thing, B. It's going anti-clockwise, so it's coming fourths apart. It's fifth apart, right? But if this is complicated to remember these letters, there is a shortcut for that. There is a sentence actually to remember. Why we are doing this, I'll tell you later. But anyway, to remember the alphabets, there is a sentence which is battle ends and down goes Charles' father. So it goes like this. B for battle, ends, and down goes Charles' father, right? So B, battle, E, ends, and down goes Charles' father. Battle ends and down goes Charles' father. So if you remember that sentence, that will also make our life easy. And same here, F, C, G, D, A, E, B. Same here, we repeat father, F for father, Charles goes down and ends battle. Right? So if you remember this one sentence back and forth, father Charles goes down and ends battle, battle ends and down goes Charles' father. Just remember the alphabet. And why we are doing this is, now I'm going to tell you, from C to G, one step ahead, one step apart, and we know that there is one sharp, because this is sharp side. And what would be that one sharp? That will be F, the first letter here. That will be F. So G would have F sharp. And that's the only sharp G scale has, G major scale has. Okay? Same case. In the key of D, D major scale, we know that there are two sharps. So what are they? Now we have to take two. So F and C. So D major has F and C sharps, two sharps. Same case. In case of A major scale, we know that there are three sharps. So what are they? F, C, and G. So we just keep on adding one each time, right? So in the case of E, we have four sharps. So what are they? So 4. F, C, G, D. Right? In the same case, B, we know that we have 5 sharps. What are they? So they are F, C, G, D, and A. Right? In the same case, here, also same. Now, the same case applies to the flat side as well. We know that F has one flat because it's one step anti-clockwise away from C. So it has one flat because this flat side. So what is that flat? That's actually B. because B is the first letter here. B. Battle ends and down goes Charles' father. B. Same concept. B flat has two flats, as we know. So what are they? That is B and E. E flat has three flats. What are they? B, E, A. Three flats. A flat has four flats. What are they? That is this. B, E, A, D. Battle ends and down. And D flat has five flats. What are they? B, E, A, D, G. B, E, A, D, G. Right? Same case here. It has six flats. What are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. So this is how actually you remember or memorize the key signature, how many sharps and how many flats any key has. And if you want to check it, make the major scale of any key and look how many sharp it has, and does the shortcuts that we got from this circle of fifth, does it actually match, or is it correct? So you can always check. So make the major scale and look if it holds true with this the circle of fifth concept, right? So circle of fifth is actually kind of shortcut to memorize how many sharps or flats, about the key signature. So this actually really helps, and this makes us quicker to to identify the key signature and the details about it, how many sharps and flats. So this is actually, like I said at the beginning, it's just a tool to understand the different aspects of music theory or different topics, and key signature is one of them. So this is it, the circle of fifths. There are many more other applications, of course, from the circle of fifths, but try one at a time. So for this lesson about a circle of fifth, we discussed how to identify the sharps and flat, or in general the key signature, right? So I hope this lesson helped to understand the circle of fifths and explore yourself. Take some time and write a major scale and look through the circle of fifths as well, and just explore yourself a bit. The more you get used to, the more you practice, the more you get used to it, and more it will become easier. So till then, see you next time.